Your job is to play video games. You get $150 an hour, but you can only choose one game. Which? Desert Bus, obviously. According to my Steam activity, Grim Dawn. According to my brain, something open-ended with lots of mod potential. So Skyrim. According to my heart, Kodor. An MMO of any kind really. Amount of content available would make it an easy choice. This makes the most sense honestly. MMOs are always going to be the biggest time sinks in the gaming industry. And there's often people lot just hang out in MMOs, like it's a town square social gather. I could spend hours just sprinting around a town in Ezo on a mount, while waiting for a dungeon queue, or while talking in text chat. I literally idle around in FFXIV. Probably 1/3 of my time in game has just been hopping around housing. Fudgeet. Factorio. Factorio is already work. Might as well get paid for it. The factory is not growing. Go back to work. Tabletop Simulator. Thousands and thousands of board games and a constantly updated workshop. And the ability to create your own board games. Yeah, that would be my absolute dream job. RuneScape. Could literally be a millionaire off of RuneScape. $150/HR. 8 hours a day. 5 days a week. 52 weeks a year. 4-3. 3 years equals $1. 0.3 meters. Pre-tax. That's a lot of RuneScape. The Sims. It's got 20 years of material to bank on. It's open-ended. And they are always making new stuff for it. And at that salary, I could afford to have all the packs and DLC. Nice. With that salary you could actually afford an entire EA game. You wish. EVE Online. If I'm going to be paid to play only one game, I want it to feel like work. If it helps. I'm a Caldery miner with a focus on Veldspar. I mine in BFE and haul the refined goods 40 minutes away to Jitter. Close bracket. I've always known that if I ever play a minute of EVE I'd be screwed in my real life. You just described the kind of thing I'd spend years doing for no reason I could explain to my wife and other family members. I played my free 2-week trial back in high school. I said this is the perfect game. It's literally everything that I want in a video game. So I uninstalled it. I had the presence of mind to recognize that if I actually played it, I would willingly and eagerly let it consume my life to the point of destruction. A friend of mine went a different way with it. He was between jobs, and so was running the corp the social group had. After a certain point he realized he was putting in 40 hours a week just running things from an admin standpoint. He was preparing weekly meetings with little folios for everyone showing their current operations, growths, shortfalls, projections, business plans for additional growth, etc. So he said, "Fudge it, why don't I try running my own company?" So he went and started a company for helping small businesses shift their websites/services to cloud-based platforms. Amazon, Microsoft, Google, etc. And now makes bank doing that. RimWorld. Edit. That's a lot of human leather hat makers. You would become a millionaire and still not fully grasp the game. I think I would choose the same. I scrolled so far to find this. RimWorld has already taken hundreds of hours of my life and I haven't even had a colony reach the ship yet lol. Maybe I'll go back in and do a vanilla game to completion. Or maybe I'll download a few new mods and forget about my last game. For $150 an hour, you pick. I'm pretty much open at that price. I think a better question would be list the games you won't play for $150 an hour. Atari ET. I give you maybe a week before you decide to get an office job. Lol. I logged some hours in that bad boy myself. Don't remember much of it now though. Just that long-necked fucker levitating out of a pit at one point. World of Warcraft. Can it be retroactive? Somebody owes me $425. 602 years of my life back. Edit. I didn't realize I was such a lightweight. Lol. 837 hours or 118 days. Cities Skylines. Game has infinite replayability. This needs to be higher. Brilliant game. Really one of the best of its genre. For sure. I played a solid 10 or so hours. City building isn't really my thing, but I can see the appeal. And if someone is into the genre, I can't think of a better recommendation. Civilization 6. Anyone who has played any of those games can tell you that 1 hour quickly turns into 3 days playing that G. American English. Sid Meier's why. Is it light outside? Sid Meier's why. Do I hear birds in the middle of the nig? Oh shit. Minecraft. You have multiplayer, single player, huge servers, many games, mods, every previous version, free continuous updates, survival, creative. It's a versatile game. If only I could get a back payment for all the hours I've already played. Same. I had been playing in survival and hardcore for about 6 years. Until this summer, when I decided, give Hypixel and some other servers a shot. Turns out there's so much to do there. PvP, mini-games, new skills to learn, and of course, Hypixel Skyblock, which feels like a separate game itself. Imagine playing Hypixel Skyblock and buying booster cookies and MVP++ with the money you already made. Warframe. I would just make a new account for the job, and because I have plenty of time now I would just chill and enjoy the ride and not grind as hard. It's ironic how I would just take it easy when I get paid for it, but usually I'm a grind freak. Edit. Thanks for the hugs, kind stranger. Well, you're getting paid hourly in this case, so the carrot is now dangling from the other side, lol. But with the crafting times in that foundry, that'd easily last you quite a while just on that Mr. Grind alone. With $150/H you could buy loads of plants. No need to grind/wait for foundry timers. A. Fudge Eat. The Binding of Isaac. I burn out easy. But Isaac? Question mark? Just don't get tired of it for some reason. RUNL. If I had that man's patience and dedication, it'd have ruled the world by 12. Halo 3 or Rainbow Six Siege. I feel like picking the Master Chief Collection would be better because it gives you every game minus Halo 5. That's true. But I'm good with playing Halo 3 only, or maybe Reach. Loved both games. Stardew Valley. Most mentally healthy game I've ever played. I really need to try this game. Doesn't seem like something I'd usually play, but I constantly hear nothing but good things about it. I only play a few different kinds of video games, RTSs, FPSs, MOBAs, but every so often I dip my toes into another genre with a game that's supposedly the best of the best in another genre. LOZ, WW, Super Mario Odyssey, Portal, Minecraft, Hollow Knight. Stardew Valley is a great example of this. Farming sims aren't my cup of tea, but I know a good cup of tea when I drink it. Stellaris. Yeah brother, I got sucked into it recently, and I feel like there is never enough nothing in the game. You will always have some issue to deal with, which really comes into effect later on. There's also a ton of good mods available, which add so much extra variety to the game. I bought it in March over a lockdown and I've sunk so much time into it already. I've played League for 6 years, coming up on 7 almost every day. Why stop now? Except now it has meaning. I've had to scroll down almost 30 posts to find someone mentioning any MOBA game. And League has only 20 upvotes right now. No Dota in sight. Or HOTS. These heavily team-based games with random teammates sometimes do feel like torture. Don't they? Yeah, WTF. With my Dota hours, I'd have almost 900k. Animal Crossing. Time doesn't exist when I'm playing. Sea of Thieves. It just feels like home to me at this point. The toxic shitheads. The wholesome kiddos potentially experiencing a sense of adventure for the first time. The goofy ass folks that actually are as pirates. The drunken folks belting out shanty lyrics. The PvP sweet lords. I love it all. And take them all in stride. But most of all I love the booty. I bought it 2 days ago, but only got to really experience it last night. A legendary pirate and his crew hunted me down and killed me. 5 minutes later they came upon me again, but spoke to me instead. They were really sorry for ruining my experience. As I was trying to learn the map, they allied with me, and I ended up getting like 60k gold in the next hour. Lots of fun, and lots still to learn. I can play other games in my own time, so it's just this one is my day job, right? In that case, Red Dead Redemption 2. I can easily find novel things to do in Red Dead. And if not, I can find work-like things to take some job satisfaction out of. Path of Exile. That game's like crack to me. I recommend you stay away if you have an addictive personality. I started playing it this month. Already got like 90 hours played. CSGO. I play it all the time anyway. Had to scroll way too far for this. Imagine. Play 2 DMs to warm up and to camp games. Then you get paid $300. Plus, every part of the game counts. You could play Faceit bugs, Valve minigames, Valve casual, FF80th matches, retake servers, jailbreak, surf, KZ, 1v1, and so much more and still get paid bank. GTA V. Just with loading screens you are making $450. Dark Souls Remastered. NGL. I was going to say something about Dark Souls simply because of the sheer amount of time I have in it, but having already gotten 100% achievements on PTDE and working on doing the same for 3 and not enjoying 2 enough to try. After I hit that 100% achievement threshold after a few hundred hours, I doubt I'd pick them up again for anything less than a new DLC. ARG. I love dinosaurs. Yes. And also because you can switch up gamma play type, tame everything, breed the best dinos, build the most server crashing base, play through the story, or ignore it entirely. If you're playing on a PvP server, be the mysterious benefactor or the ruthless overlord. So many ways to play. Probably Destiny. It's not my favorite game, but there's enough to do in it, and enough is added regularly that it'd be fine for a while, at least. Having that be a 9-to-5 job would be $300. 000/year. I could do that. Guardian. Had to scroll a while to find this, but I'm glad I found it. Definitely seems like you always need more time to play Destiny, so getting paid to play would be fantastic. Eyes up Guardian. Easily my favorite game, and have been playing it since D1Y1. I'm loving Beyond Light right now, and it seems like it's only getting better. Happy hunting. Technically it's not a video game, but online chess would be good for me. Online chess is definitely a video game. Breath of the Wild, or Minecraft. While Bot was my favorite video game, I feel like the first playthrough will always be the best, but in order to fully enjoy the experience I would have to stop playing the game for a few months, and then play it again, to feel the same amount of excitement. Any idle clicker game. Technically I will be playing the game just by keeping it running. Then I can do whatever besides. Witcher 3. Just started it on Switch a few days ago. Incredible game. It only gets better. Hoi 4. One of the most replayable game in my opinion. Ah yes, I still remember the time I conquered the whole of Europe with bicycles as the Netherlands on Ironman regular difficulty. It only took 12 tries. So it was a really efficient way of spending my time off from work. Crusader Kings 3. I can already play that game for hours every day without getting bored. There's so many different ways to start, and so many different goals to set for yourself. I don't see any mentions on my 2 favorite games, Football Manager and CS:GO. Between them 2 I would probably select Football Manager. If I get bored I can just start a new save in another country. With add-ons the possibilities are endless. You can manage a football team in the Icelandic 4th division, the Gambian division, or if you are in it for the long haul go down to level 20 in the English league system. Football Manager is a weird one. To many people it will seem like one of the most boring games ever, but if it's right for you then say goodbye to your free time. I don't want to think about how many hours I've logged in all the Football Manager games. I first played the 95/96 version back when it was still called Championship Manager. I'd sometimes go a couple of years without playing one, depending on how busy my life was at the time, but I'd eventually go back and end up putting in countless hours. The last one I played was 2018, and after about 10 seasons I decided to stop and never go back. I don't like how addicted I get to those games and how much of my time they take up. Final Fantasy X. Because I know I can spend infinite, incredibly frustrating amounts of time trying and failing to get the celestial weapons. damned lightning dodge minigame. Stupid Chocobo racing. Between that and obsessively climbing to the top of the Blitzball League, I can make incredible amounts of money without actually progressing towards the end of the game. Also, I don't have the patience or imagination for Minecraft. Edit to unfix an autocorrect thing. Chocoholic. Do Chocobus eat chocolate? Close bracket. Fallout 4. I recently got the DLCs for it, and I'm having a blast. Fudgeth memory quest in Far Harbor though. All my homies hate the memory quest. I thought I had erased the memory of that cursed quest from my head. Don't know what the hell the devs were thinking. Dear God, I want that hour and a half back. Bloodborne. The Chalice dungeons go on forever, and then G plus infinite. Also challenge runs, and endless ways to build your char/play the game. It literally never gets old. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.